We have visitor.
Hey, you busy? Monty's team botched a job, and we need a cleanup crew pronto.
Monty? So it's a reclaimer mission? Did we find a chunk of the white whale?
Chunks, plural. Bits and pieces have been washing up around here lately. Someone needs to go round them all up. Oh, yeah. Those guys are fine. They lost some gear, but otherwise no big deal.
Hey, maybe we'll even find some materials we still haven't been able to synthesize in NLA.
Yeah, the reclaimers are all fired up too. Just remember, the area hasn't been cleared of indigents yet. It could be dangerous.
For an inexperienced team, at least. Which is why you came to us. Am I right?
Bingo. I am asking a few other top teams, so if you want the job, you best shake a leg.
Tatsu not let anyone steal this glory. Team Tatsu, move out.
Okay, so apparently I have one sliver of affinity too little to be able to activate Elma's affinity mission, so that cutscene you're seeing at the beginning of the episode is going to be a flash forward to something else. Anyway, I'm going to just do a couple small missions. Like that one. Primordia, 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 Primordia. Is there any... couple Noctilum stuff. I just kill Oscar the Summer Small. Squall. Anyway, I'm just going to do that quick mission to talk to the Sakuraba researcher and give them uranium. Uranium a request. Where are they? They're in the commercial district, so we don't have a fast travel point in there, so I guess we can explore a little bit more of NLA, discover the region of the commercial district, because there are effectively, well, there are, this is mechanical level 3, right? Oh, this is mechanical level 2. Actually, while we're here, I should upgrade mechanical to level 3, because I hit blade level 3 in the last episode. Oh, this is such a mess of starting this. Wow. Okay. There are 6 regions of NLA, as well as the 5 continents. So that's 11 regions in total. Each segment of NLA, including the barracks, as well as we got lighting options for the blade barracks. I'll do customizing the blade barracks at some point later. I'm going to choose
Which skill?
mechanical again. There we go. Okay. So we haven't even discovered the region of the commercial district yet, even though we have, you can't see on the map again, but we've actually got the locations of 3 heart-to-heart, or not 3 heart-to-hearts, 3 affinity missions that we don't know about yet on the commercial district map. We've got One called The Ties That Bind, which is Chapter 4 required, Elma Lynn based. It's required for something later. Renewed Will, which is Primordia based, level 15 required. It's an arena mission, so you're stuck with Elma and Lynn, and arena's restricted.
Now then.
And then 9 Lives, which is Elma, Lynn, Gwyn required, and level 20. So that's definitely not anything we're going to do anytime soon. But we do need to go to the commercial district for this. Effectively, once you've... Because those 2 Elma and Lynn missions in the barracks, they're actually not required for the main story. Those 3 actually all are, because the team of Arena, Gwyn, Doug, and a couple other characters we haven't met yet, even though they're not all on the same Blade team, they're basically the main supporting cast, as well as being playable themselves. So they get a lot of screen time, and a lot of their affinity missions are also required, as well as Elma and Lynn's. And the researcher, Sakuraba worker, hadn't loaded in. Got a green limited tank top from that. And if Elma hasn't hit the right affinity from this... that looks like it's full. However, just to make sure, I'm going to walk over, see who the person offering this quest is, and depending on who it is... Alright, this is the Justin quest. I don't think this is very long. Other than the loading. Loading is long in this game. That's one thing that's always going to be long. Blaze ain't allowed to park here, see? Okay, so this guy is... So there's an actually anti-Blade gang in NLA. Justin's like this kind of vigilante type person. He wants to be the most traditional hero in a world where everyone's pretty much just fighting to survive. And I guess we have to step forth and save this guy, because he'd get destroyed. He doesn't look very strong. So we'll just show up. Kick those guys out. Thank you, I think you just saved my teeth. Car got destroyed. Heard talk about a gang causing mischief, and he wanted to find them, so he found them. They broke his car. The protagonist material. Ha 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 ha. They're trying to, like, deconstruct the whole RPG thing here. They do it decently well, even though this is a little too early in the game for it to really happen. So he wants replacement parts for his car. And we need 2 anhydrous reactors from Primordia. Can't really do anything. There we go. Be a little humble. That gets affinity for both Elma and Lynn. Good thing we don't need the affinity from this, because anhydrous reactors are random Primordia spawns.
Listen.
We haven't had particular luck with that. But we can finish this segment here. Limited swimsuit top is actually what we get for...
Great.
Oh, we got a full swimmer set. And a mining probe G2. We also got some Napon I've already moved in. Including this guy, Shay Shay, who has a hot dog. But more importantly, let's go to the barracks and finally do that mission. Finally. Long, long last. Could start once we were soldiers. We were soldiers. Debris from the White Whale has been detected on the shore north of NLA. Head there to retrieve it. Collect 3 parts at North Point Beach in Primordia. This is an area we've actually sort of been to already. Not really. We've been to other beaches. We haven't been to this beach. So, the closest place to go to is actually the Silent Mire, which we discovered, I think, in the last episode. We can see up there, level 33, Yutan the Bloodthirsty. I don't know if I've ever actually killed that tyrant. Like, obviously I've been strong enough to be able to, but this is like a archaeological level 2 something. But I've never come back here and taken that thing out after being strong enough to. That box on the minimap is probably up on top of that spire there, so not really into getting to that without a Skell. But we're basically going to the middle of Primordia and heading north. You also hear the music changed out of the normal Primordia theme when we were in the Silent Mire. Now it switched back. However, get an interesting view of what appears to be a continent completely different from Primordia. Noctilum out in that direction. Out directly north of where we are. The actual target is down there on the shore, but we're actually passing into a probe segment in a second. So if there's actually level 21 Sewids. There's actually a probe is in our path. Yep, probe is right in our path. And also another thing that's really stupid. You see that big piece of the life hold? You know, like the thing that we're supposed to be looking for? Yeah, that one is that one's not even part of the main story. It doesn't appear as anything you need to find in the main story, and it's not even mentioned until you do the mission that involves you going there. It's really dumb. I don't get why they didn't, like, hide it somewhere or have, oh, it was recently discovered in the ocean as part of the reasoning for the mission involving it. But, nope, you could just kind of see it the whole time. So now we're in the big yellow area, and you can see that there are 3 pieces of white whale wreckage right here. That's 1. We don't get any experience or anything from it, because it's actually part of the mission. It's not... This stuff won't spawn in until you accept once we were soldiers. And you don't get anything other than white whale parts from it. So you don't... It's not the mission target, it's actually obtain white whale parts, which are only dropped from these, rather than anything else. So now we've got that.
Team Tatsu, mission complete.
Yeah, it looks like we've got everything in the area.
I sure hope they can get something useful out of all this.
Well, well. Beaten to the punch.
Hey, Doug.
Gotta hand it to you, Elma. You work fast.
You must be the other team Vandam sent out, huh?
One of them, anyway. Thought we made pretty good time, too. But then you always were one step ahead. Remember? Back when Earth was hit. That lone Skell that struck back before anyone else? Guess whose Skell that was?
Wait, really? Elma, that was you?
That was a long time ago. And it didn't change anything.
Come to think of it, that was a tandem Skell, wasn't it? Weren't you with...
It's a distress call. Signal originating from...
That's Arena's ID.
And not far from here.
We'll go ahead. We can link back up later.
Team Tatsu coming too.
Alright, so now we've got to potentially save Irina from something. Our objective is actually far along the beach from here. A probe that we've been to previously is very close to it. But we're gonna move along here instead, especially because there's another thing down here. On second thought, I really, really don't want to swim, so I'm gonna go to that probe. You're technically not supposed to install that probe until you come along here on this mission, but whatever. Now that we're here in this cave, that actually does count as a cave. It switches to the cave view. Some big Saniculas down there are far away enough that we can't even see their level. I'm okay with abusing fast travel more than I normally would for the purpose of this not being boring and not having to make as many long cuts or having to speed things up often. I say this as I'm having trouble climbing something and waste more time than I would have anyway. Level 20... Suid Tyrant. I'm not going to touch that. Anyway, that cave up through here, that's where we're going to. We've discovered the North Jan Path plane to help us get there faster. Also some bush Grexes. And that Sneakula up at the top. I'm completely out of TP, just because of how the last episode ended. I haven't done any fighting since then. We also need to get past some giant Grexes. Fun. Sprint straight up here. Thankfully you have the sprint feature, so you can do stuff like this. And now I'm actually slightly worried because I remembered what the boss of this Affinity mission is, and I remember having trouble on this at one point in the past, so let's hope I don't.
Elma?
Irina's signal is coming from deeper inside. Looks like the only way to reach them is through here.
Then we better get moving. Come on.
Tatsu will protect rear flank.
Yeah, we'll be fighting a Simius. Thankfully there are these Noctobladas in here, so I can keep my tension up. Also learned a new aura called Full Specs that boosts potential, ranged attack, and ether resistance. So it'll be good on ether enemies. Like, that'll help. That would have been helpful if we fought Oscar the Summer Squall at one point, once I'd learned it. There we go. My myopic screen here. I'm trying to intentionally aggro the rest of them. There we go. That looks cool. Alright, so I'm gonna just... At least they put these Bladas here so you could build TP on them. Also, another thing is, Soul Voice prompts boost TP. You get like a couple TP for each of them, a couple hundred even. And again, my Slit Edge has been leveled up enough that unless I've only just used it when the Soul Voice goes off, I can make it with most Soul Voices even if it's not fully charged. I don't know what Lynn just did. I'm assuming that was one of her art animations. Elma got an art, that's nice. If you look down here, that Simius is level 14. And it's going to have the Megaton Punch art. Plus, I actually don't have HB with me, so I can't just boost physical resistance like I did last time. I do have Chrome Armor, which is good. I do have Repair, which is good. I have Myopic Screen, so if I could see it charging up for that, I can just pop Myopic Screen out. That might actually be the better course of action. Especially since everyone's TP is almost maxed out. Mine isn't, only because I have more max TP. Alright. You can try targeting its arms to do things, but there's a dead Suid that thing was eating. There's also another Schlong Skull that we can't do anything with. Let's try fighting this thing. Do this, get a free stagger, which means Lynn can hopefully topple it with Wild Down. Nice. Unfortunately, we don't have Burst Grenade anymore. Fortunately, it untopples quickly. But what I'm going to do is not use Myopic Screen unless I see it charging up for Megaton Punch. If it charges up for Megaton Punch, I can immediately hit Myopic Screen and get killed a little too quickly. I don't know if that was a issue of... I don't think these guys are going to be able to take it out in time, especially since Lynn's like almost dead already. But Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna need to level up more, or explore more, or do something more. And again, you can't quit affinity missions once you started. Plus, this gives the whole air of, oh, Arena is waiting for us, but she's just gonna die now. I don't even think I could take many of these Grexes at a time. Just find one that's by itself. Actually, it's raining. Which means I can go try to take out that tyrant, Archibald the Revolutionary. And fast travel the Shadow Rise. It is still raining on this side of Primordia. Weather is usually constant over an entire continent, which is nice because I can do things like get this tyrant out now, provided it's not particularly higher level for me. Just for the sake of story progression and not screwing that up, I might actually lose to the Simius a couple times and have my force it to level down a little bit. But really the big issue is, again, not getting hit by Megaton Punch. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm fine. That's the only issue you ever have fighting Simius is don't get hit by Megaton Punch, and you win. The exception of something like Hayredin, of course. Alright, what level is Archibald the Revolutionary? Level 18 Terebra. Shouldn't be particularly difficult. Well, we just have everyone target it. 2 Soul Voices right off the bat. And get toppled. Unfortunately, yeah, it's doing relatively small amounts of damage. Might even be able to grind TP on this thing. It's not a good idea to underestimate tyrants ever, but we're doing pretty good so far. It is also lower leveled. That's important to remember. It can only stagger. I don't think it can actually topple us. I'm gonna hang on to Beam Barrage in case Link calls out for it again. Now, most of my arts are on second cooldown already. Even Repair, which is good. You'll notice both Full Specs and Recuperate are knife arts. Put that on Elma, put that on myself. That on Elma. Do this. While it's toppled too, that's nice. Another Slit Edge. Getting health back. Elma's taking a little bit of damage, nothing too bad. Should be home free. Elma might go down, but other than that, not gonna waste TP on an Orb, but I'll myopic screen it. Slit Edge again. And it looks like we're good. Yep, we're good. Archibald the Revolutionary is down.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Nothing significant in terms of experience from that, unfortunately. But while we're here, might as well get that Frontier Nav site that was eluding us before. Swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. Approaching it from this direction was probably not the best idea because the Grexes are here. But if we slow down, I think this was a mechanical level 3. So we should be good now. I don't think it was a level 4. Yeah, it was level 3. Okay, we're good. So that wasn't worth experience or anything, but we got another place to warp to. And I'm going to travel back to the North Giant Path Plain. Interestingly, the Bladas are now sight sound enemies at nighttime. Which does make sense, because they are Nocto Bladas.
We got him. Let's move.
Also did hit level 14 at some point, so that's good. We picked up a worn titanium riv from that. I doubt it'll be better than my current weapon, because it's a worn something. More cooldown, less TP gain. Yeah, not really feeling it. But if I have any augment slots on here, potential up, max HP up, I'll just throw that on that. If I had weapon slots, I might have a Theroid Slayer augment, which would work on the Simius, but I doubt I do. And you have a couple other things with you at night, don't you? Pebble Bladders. Hopefully not a big deal. But let's try this again. There we go, that's good. Did some damage pretty quickly. I can see you trying to charge up for a Megaton Punch, so I'm going to do that right now. That probably was a little preemptive. She staggered, though. No topple. Yes, topple. That is good. That is very good. Actually, for range darts. There's doing Megaton Punch. That's going to kill someone. No. That happened again. Meant to hit Chrome Armor. I hit Recuperate by mistake. And then Elma immediately boosted her TP instead of, like, not using it and reviving me. I mean... Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Take 3! Okay, that guy dropped a Worn Soldier Last Year 2. I'm assuming that's gonna be better than my default combat ray gun. Yes, it is. It is double damage, better cooldown, worse ammo, but also arts gain TP 1. So we'll get a small amount of TP every time we get an art. Plus, it's an airplane gun. So, like, really, is there any downside to this? My ranged attacks literally do double damage. Alright, so it usually starts off... I'm surprised he started off with the rock, though. It usually starts off the tail swing thing. There, he used it. Gonna switch to knife. If I die again, I'm gonna upgrade arts and stuff. Looks like he won't use Megaton Punch until he gets decently low on health. Elma got invincibility from that Soul Voice. That's really nice. Someone give me Soul Voice. Once he becomes enraged, it looks like. Actually, finally used it on not me, so... hopefully someone else can do that Soul Voice, because I screwed that up. Myopic screen him while he's charging up there. I'm surprised that didn't miss. You'd think that would have missed, because I myopic screened him. And I'm pretty sure... Okay. I should be upgrading things. If I die one more time, I'm going to lower it just so story progress. But let's see. I don't think I've used any BP on either Elma's or Lynn's arts. They share the same amount of max BP. I went to ground gear a second time. Let's see. I've got 90 BP, which is not worth upgrading Slit Edge again, unfortunately. It is worth upgrading Beam Barrage a couple times. Chrome Armor a couple times. Myopic Screen once. Go Repair a couple times. Do I want to upgrade Beam Barrage again? Boost damage when you have an aura, so let's upgrade the 2 auras a little bit. Full Specs is probably the better one to go with. Anyway, we can start upgrading Elma's stuff. Has she learned more arts than she has set yet? No. Okay. So that's not a big deal. Definitely upgrade the wonderful Sliding Slinger, the wonderful Shadow Strike. Not Stream Edge. Side Slash is good. Primer gives her TP, so we'll give her that. Upper Hand is critical power. Stream Edge is good because you can Sliding Slinger into that. Shadow Runner, nah. Lynn! Bullet Storm, let's not do anything with that. Wild Smash is their bread and butter. Bombardier is pretty good. Wild Down, let's not do 36 on that. Fire Carnival definitely, though. Iron Prison, proximity spike damage, nah. Bullet Storm, though, yes. Thermal Payload, though, definitely. She's give her a very powerful attack there. Flame Cloak is basically useless. And actually... only worth having just so she has a green. And you know what? Let's upgrade Wild Down. We don't have to BP for that. Alright, Elma. We might as well upgrade... Gotta upgrade Sliding Slinger if we do that. Now let's try this again. Got another Worn Titanium Knife 3. I actually did get a class level up in that too, so I'm gonna... I think I learned a skill, so I'll give myself that in a second. But Worn Titanium Knife 3 is actually somewhat worse than the Worn Titanium Knife 2. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, skills, got Beam Guard and Buff Heal. I'm gonna replace... Potential isn't really helpful. That's the thing. Because Potential mainly affects TP arts. I'm gonna boost that to 40 plus 40 beam damage. So with my upgraded Beam Barrage, it'll do a lot more. Plus the Blattas that were accompanying this guy are gone now too. Don't have as much TP as before, but I think we have a better chance.
Early bird. There's tough. Touch me up.
How's this?
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I'll put some power into this one.
Scream it. Move in and do some damage.
Oh, why? Lynn better do something with that. Also, the Megaton Punch missed. Watch that have been what we needed to actually win.
It's time.
Alright, nice. I got my double Beam Barrage. So I'm gonna pop that off before he Megaton Punches. That did a ton of damage. I'm dead, but if Lynn Lynn has enough TP to actually revive me. So if she actually revives me... There we go, we should be. Just how much Beam Barrage does. Slit Edge, there we go. Not too bad. That was actually required for squad task, apparently. I guess they would hunt Simiuses.
Any sign of Arena?
There.
That's Arena's.
She didn't fall off the cliff.
We need to check. Let's head down.
Alright. That still didn't get Lynn to level 13. This was probably not the best way to do that. Especially since they specifically said head down. They were like, acting like, despite the no fall damage, they were acting like Arena falling off the cliff was a bad thing. And so... Still, okay. There's the cutscene radius. It doesn't look like I can get that box without running into her. But I can try. It might actually be Talk to Doug does it. But, nope, got around the back. Except it's a mechanical level 4 box, so let's cutscene.
Doug!
There you are. Thanks for clearing out the riffraff up there.
Sure. How's Arena?
I'll be fine. Doug already took care of all the key repairs.
All right, Doug.
Nah, I mean, come on. It's the least I could do. Especially while you were all busy up there kicking indigent asses, right?
You dropped this. You had us all worried, you know.
Thanks, Colonel.
Lieutenant! Huh?
Look who decided to show up.
What? No, we split up looking for parts, and then next thing I know, got this SOS,
And you're late, Gwyn.
and I'm late.
Cut him some slack. He must have really hauled it here with those stubby legs of his. It doesn't matter you weren't here first, Gwyn. I'm just glad you're here.
Well, sure.
I'm glad too. Because now you can carry the lieutenant all the way back to the city for us.
Yes, sir.
And believe it or not, we do actually have to go back to the city. That wasn't the end of it. Final objective is in the barracks.
Nice work out there. The Reclaimers are going over the parts as we speak.
You'll let us know if anything comes of it, right?
You got it. I don't mind telling you, I'm a bit surprised your team found all the parts and rescued Irina. Maybe surprised isn't the word. More like disappointed. In the other teams, those slackers have a few thousand push-ups coming to them.
Don't be too hard on them. Doug and Gwyn both played a part in the rescue operation. If it wasn't for the two of them, Irina could have been in real trouble.
Doug? Okay, yes. Gwyn? Maybe not so much.
In any case, most of the credit is yours, Elma. But what else is new? Been that way since before we left Earth.
Doug was saying the same thing earlier. You really are something, Elma.
Oh, that.
If you want to know a person's past, give them cause to tell you about it.
Eh? What does Elma mean?
It means Elma will tell us about it when she's good and ready.
It's different now anyway. I don't have to charge in alone when I have a team like this. Besides, it's going to take more than just a handful of heroes to win the war and cultivate this planet. Ultimately, the responsibility and the accolades all go back to the commander who unifies and leads the entire operation.
Well, that's true.
Which reminds me, why aren't you Blade Commander, Elma?
Yes, yes. Mustache Man can still have gainful employment as personal assistant to Tatsu.
Ha! Not in this lifetime, potato skin.
With that, We Were Soldiers is unlocked, and we learn the dual sword art Shadow Strike. This is actually one of Elma's signature arts.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
That is how you get the arts that aren't normally available by class level up. You complete affinity missions for the characters that have them, and that will let you learn their signature arts by getting closer to them. So we did one for Elma. Can we do one for Lynn next time? Next time we'll do one for Lynn. So until then, I'm Luxin, signing off.